Hello you absolute legends. Last month I released a video titled, "This cheated speedrun is so bad I lost brain cells," where I covered the amazingly terrible fake speedrun by the player Exotic Alec. In his case, he submitted a speedrun to a Logitech speedrun competition where one of the prizes required you to finish a time ending in 8.88. The only problem is that unbeknownst to Logitech at the time, ending with those decimals wasn't possible due to the fact that Counter-Strike 2 runs at exactly 64 ticks per second. And after getting frustrated at not being able to accomplish this challenge, Exotic Alec decided to cheat by editing the final timer. Unfortunately, he did a terrible job. His subpar video editing was quickly spotted by other players and he was promptly banned. His 8 moved all over the place, it appeared in front of his hand, the size was all over the shop, just to name a few of his mistakes. And at the end of my video, I offered the public a challenge. I asked you, the viewers, to try and fix Exotic Alec's fake speedrun. This was a difficult challenge because viewers didn't get access to the original footage, only the altered footage, so you had to overcome the fake speedrun's already existing terrible editing. Honestly, I didn't know how people would perform. I didn't know if the deficiencies were even possible to fix. But I did receive a ton of responses. You guys truly went above and beyond my expectations. So today, I'm going to take a look at what people were able to achieve and see just how good you all were at making this terribly crafted fake speedrun look believable. Now, I must warn you, I'm not going to be sugarcoating my assessments. If your work sucks, I'm going to tell you. But I do also appreciate fine art, and I have been known to dish out a compliment or two when exposed to high competency. So if you do a good job, I might even say something nice. And of course, we even received a lot of obligatory meme posts, which were pretty epic as well. So let's see how people did. I really hope you enjoy. You see this chair? I've used this chair for years and it sucks. I'm serious. After sitting on this chair for hours, my backside hurts like hell. So why do I still use it? Because I have a problem with my shoulder, and every other chair I've tried causes me a lot of pain. I previously spent hundreds on this gaming chair, which my son now uses, but it gave my shoulder massive issues because the size of the back cave in, which causes my shoulders to scrunch over, which really hurts. So I was forced back to my crappy ass-hurting chair, but no more thanks to today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot's ergonomic chairs are amazing. The cushioning is fantastic, the lumbar and head support is superb, everything is adjustable, and best of all, they allow my shoulders to fully relax back and sit in a healthy position. I'm serious when I say everything is adjustable, which is important because not everyone's body and posture is the same, which is especially important for me. The quality of my life has increased dramatically with the FlexiSpot C7 Max chair because I do spend so long in front of my computer. Now, after working long sessions, I'm no longer hating life. FlexiSpot chairs are incredible. They offer a 30-day return policy and a 10-year warranty. Depending on your budget, you can also check out the C5 range, which is a bit cheaper but still totally legit, or you can go all out and sit like a king in the C7 Morpher. Just click my link in the description and use the code C750 to get $50 off in the C7 range. Now, before we begin, there is one thing I need to admit. I know hardly anything about video editing. My videos usually just involve a fade transition between clips, so I'm basically a noob, which explains why so many people were calling out the fact that I was almost certainly wrong in how I thought Exotic Alec faked his timer. I thought he had to go frame by frame, putting the 8 in the correct position. After the video, Exotic Alec reached out to me and explained exactly how he did it. Unfortunately, because his fake was so long ago, he had already deleted the video file itself, but he did show me the project file. And he did use keyframes, though he said he only spent about 5 minutes on it and just uploaded it without really checking the result. He didn't even know all of the problems I pointed out existed, which is pretty funny. Importantly, I should also acknowledge that he seemed genuinely apologetic and says that he has learned a valuable lesson. I mean, there is no way he could have predicted that after spending 5 minutes cheating on a speedrun in some random Logitech competition, that 6 months later he'd be getting blasted in front of hundreds of thousands of people. That must be pretty jarring, and he seemed to take it pretty well. Now onto the viewer submissions. The main issue to fix is that pesky 8 that is moving all over the place, but we also have to fix the 8 appearing over the hand and masking it properly. So in this video I'll be focusing on those two particular issues. The first submission is from Cubil. The masking of the 8 is pretty good, but I can definitely see the 8 still moving around a bit, and there are times I can still see that the size of the 8 is different from the one next to it. Overall, it's pretty decent. I would have given this a B. However, I'm going to be penalizing people very heavily for doing the cardinal sin of lowering the frame rate. The original video was 60 frames per second, and Kubil's video is rendered at 30 frames per second. This means he has half the frames he has to fix, which in my opinion is cheating. So the score goes from a B down to a C-. Sorry Kubil, I don't make the rules, so don't blame me. Next is Fed's bass. The 8 looks pretty good. I can see some slight movement, but this would probably go unnoticed just based on the size and placement. But oh no, Fed's bass, what is this? You were doing so well until this frame. Even I did a better job. We can also see the 8 overlapping the gun as well. Clearly your strength is the keyframing and not the masking. This is heartbreaking. I'm going to have to give you a D+, just because the 8 interfering with the hand was such a core component, and I think it's way easier to fix than the motion tracking. What happened, man? This is really disappointing. Next up is WK Wavy.
Nice work. I gotta build something real quick. There it is.
Okay, here we do have some slight issues with the timer, including accidentally showing multiple 8s at random times and at random locations. Some would argue this is even more obviously faked than the original. However, and this is where I have to give credit, the dance number at the end works as a very good distraction from the otherwise obvious flaws. So I like the creative problem solving here. The music and the dancing draw attention away from the inconsistent size of the 8s, which might ultimately make this speedrun passable to some people. I give this a B-. Next is Raharu. I literally have no idea what's going on. Previously, I docked points for lowering the frame rate to 30 FPS, but this combination of lowering the frame rate and the bitrate is genius. It is so unintelligible that it's impossible to tell if this speedrun is fake. I'm rating this a 6.9 out of 10. Next, we have Mr. J Speed. Okay, well this one looks pretty good at normal speed, but let's see it in slow motion. This looks really nice. Hard to see any noticeable flaws, but unfortunately I'm going to have to dock some points because the burger is partially obscuring the webcam, and it's imperative we see the full webcam at all times so we can sync up the hand movements with what's happening on screen. So unfortunately I'm downgrading this one to an A-. Next up we have S23N videos.
So without looking, how did you do that though? Was it like you remember how the timing from playing it for so much?
Well, I listened to the countdown, and then when I don't hear it no more, I instantly tap my stick. I don't play it like I would normally conventionally play it.
All I can think about is why is this interview with Todd Rogers framed this way? Is this a budget commercial? Seriously, is this a budget-sponsored interview? The truck in the background is taking up most of the screen time. I need answers here. In any case, next time I need to rent a truck, I know who to call. Next up is this person. Honestly, this one looks pretty good. The masking is really nice, the 8 looks great. I think this is the best we've seen. But what's the deal with this weird coloring on the 8s for a few frames? On the original version, that weird coloring only happened on one 8. But in this version, the weird coloring happens on both 8s. It's kind of hard to see because of the low quality, but in the original video the player has a crosshair, which you can see easily against a white background. And that's why on this frame, the coloring on the corner of the 8 darkens, because the crosshair is appearing over the 8, therefore affecting the color. but because there is only one crosshair, this darkening should only appear on one 8, which indicates this is more than just motion tracking. This appears to be copying the 8 next to it on every frame as well, which is kind of smart because it keeps the sizing consistent, but now you've introduced this double crosshair anomaly that shouldn't exist. It makes it obvious that the fake 8 is just a copy. Plus, you've lowered the frame rate to 30, so you automatically get a C-. Next up is Gonna Do Stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, not the best masking we've seen. It definitely looks a bit sketch. Also, due to the matching color of the 8, I know you've just copied it again. You've got to mix it up. Also again, only 30 FPS. Come on guys, I'm looking for magic. I'm looking for the perfect fake. I want something I can show my son when he grows up and say, son, you see this fake speedrun? I was there, man. I was there when it happened. This right here is what humans are capable of. And if someone can make a fake this good, maybe one day you can be president. And he did. He grew up and became president. President of the world. That's how good this fake was. Okay, K plus 87, no pressure. Make me and my son proud.
You come highly recommended, Mr. Wells. You're praised for your discretion.
Thank you, ma'am.
I didn't realize.
Do you want to tell me what you found, Mrs. Christian?
Private Detective Tom Wells is one of the only people who has seen it. It is 8 millimeters wide. It runs at 16 frames per second. And he has been hired to discover.
All I want is to know that this atrocity is false. I want the proof of it.
If what's on it is real.
Finding the guys who made this film is going to be very difficult. I need information. I thought you might be able to help.
I'm gonna tell you, there's things that you're gonna see that you can't unsee. They get in your head and they stay there.
I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay.
Nicolas Cage.
I'm trying to understand!
888 millimeter.
Honestly, this inspires me to become an actor. Even though I know this is probably just AI putting my face on an existing actress's face to make an old lady look like me, I think I could play this role. I can really see myself in this movie and I think I would do a good job. Next up is Devilwell. Now this looks really nice. The masking is amazing. Exactly what I was looking for. However, Devilwell did have an advantage, as midway through the competition, I posted a higher quality version of the faked run from Exotic Alec, so it did make things a bit easier. Still, this is extremely good work. Next time I want to fake a speedrun, I'll know who to reach out to. Next up is Cosmo. Apparently this one is handcrafted. You can tell a lot of work has been put into the position of the 8, but it's a shame the quality of the video is so low. So I don't know if this is bad masking or compression melding the colors together. But oh my god, Cosmo, you spent hours hand tracking only to make the same fatal mistake of duplicating the crosshair. How many good men must we lose to one simple oversight? Now it's time for the obligatory meme montage, beginning with the best run I've personally ever done. I even made a video covering this exact run a couple of years ago.
I don't know. Oh! Fuck! Fuck! Oh my god! Oh my...
I got... Let's go!
Will kill us. I'm not using any safety strategies because I am a god gamer. So we keep parrying this guy. The only attack you can parry is his bullets, so we need to manage his attacks as perfectly as I possibly can.
That everything that has been done, everything was done professionally, according to the rules, according to the scoreboard, the integrity that was set up.
Next up is Batotsu. This is probably the most stable 8 I've seen yet. I can't really see anything wrong with it, but I really don't like what you did with the masking. Instead of partially obscuring the 8, you completely removed a section of the hand to make it easier. And I feel like the masking isn't your strength because on this frame it really doesn't look good at all. I'm being very harsh on you about the masking because the tracking of the 8 was masterful. So if you nailed both the tracking and the masking, this had the potential to be the best fake yet. It's a real shame. Next up is Canadian Bacon. The 8 is okay, but I'm not a big fan of this style of masking. I think the edge of the hand isn't as smooth as it needs to be. And what happened to his finger? He could poke someone's eye out with that thing. Next up is Hey Jorge. Okay, this 8 is looking really good. If you can nail the masking, this might be the best yet. I'm sorry, Hey Jorge. This idea of removing the hand completely so you don't have to partially show the 8 just looks terrible. And again, we end up with Edward Scissorhands. It's such a shame because the 8 is so stable. Are we ever going to find the perfect fake? Next up is Mika Poofs. Now this is the style of masking I prefer. This particular implementation is not perfect and not the best we've seen yet, but it's definitely more up my alley. Mika Poofs did something pretty cool though and got rid of the huge pause right as Exotic Alec finished the course, making it look a lot smoother. I think this makes it look way better, so overall I give this a B+. Next we have Nicola. The 8 looks stable, but when you masked the 8, you clearly chopped off some of the 0 next to it. By focusing so much on the 8, you lost focus of the full picture. And oh my, what happened here? You can't smudge your way out of this one, Nicola. And also you fell for the double crosshair trap as well. 5 out of 10. Let's do a couple more. Luke plays Show Me What You've Got. Apparently this one took 6 hours. Very stable looking 8. Love the masking on this one. This is the masking I want to see. A very smooth hand edge with no jagged corners. The fingers are a bit scuffed on this frame, but still not too bad. The gun masking is very nice. The 8 is still looking very stable and the size is consistent. This could be one of the best. But oh no, another victim to the cloned crosshair mistake. Luke plays, last time I checked there is only one crosshair, not 2. The second 8 shouldn't be discolored. This is devastating. Last one. Come on Dimochu, show me what you've got. This is weird. The masking of the 8 is really good, but the 0 is cutting into the hand. The 8 is very stable, but the video quality is a bit too compressed for my liking. Man, so many people fell victim to the crosshair discoloring of the 8, affecting the fake 8 because they were mindlessly cloning the 8 and didn't even realize. This goes to show that even when people know that their fake runs are going to be scrutinized, and especially by me, simple mistakes like this still happen, and so many people fell victim. Ultimately, the best fake was Davilwell's, though as I said before, he used a higher quality version that I provided later in the competition. Before then, I can't really choose who I think did the best. I could not find one submission that really ticked all of my boxes. But what I can say for sure is that if we didn't know that .88 wasn't possible, I would be shocked if any of these entries would have been detected. If you just look at them normally without slowing down, they all seem really good. Without zooming in and going frame by frame, they all look realistic. So I'll let you guys decide who you think did the best. As far as meme entries go though, the 8.88mm is absolutely amazing. I did also say that the entry with the most eggplant reactions would get a free disc plate. And I am an idiot because my rating method was extremely short-sighted. The winner was the most predictable meme ever, and it was literally the very first entry, which got the most reactions because it was the first entry so more people saw it. Ah well, lesson learned. I'll reach out to John DeLina for their free disc plate. By the way, there were a ton more entries I didn't cover or look at because there were just so many. So if I missed yours, I'm very, very sorry. And I do hope you're not upset. I suggest viewers go through the Competition Hub channel and check out them all for yourselves. Thank you so much to everyone who put in the effort to participate. I hope you have an amazing New Year's and an even better 2026. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has continued to support me. It has been quite a year, but here is to a better future. And here's to never, ever giving up. Thanks for watching, you legends. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.